Dangerous Curves is a 1988 comedy directed by David Lewis and starring Tate Donovan, Grant Heslov, Danielle von Zerneck, Valerie Breiman, Robert Romanus, Robert Klein, Robert Stack, and Leslie Nielsen. The film opens by thinking it's an AHA video. That's some high-tech shit in 1988. Nowadays you can do that with Facebook on your fucking phone. Martha Quinn! That's a 21-year-old college student with some mid-30s male pattern baldness. They watch 30 seconds of a game and Wally reveals how not to woo a woman as Chuck sits in his mosquito webbing across the room.
God, what's this? Is that cellulite?
Oh,
it is.
That is it! I don't believe you!
You want to answer that, please? Is that a yes or is that a no? It's an order.
Fuck you! Look at that shitty Mets cap. Looks like a clearance item you get at a fucking gas station. Chuck's dad calls to let him know that he has an interview with Robert Stack.
Your father and I were in Nam together. Did he tell you that?
Yes, sir, he did.
In 1988, you were still too old to be in fucking Nam. Robert Stack wants Chuck to deliver a new Porsche to his daughter's birthday party in Tahoe. He brings the car home and Wally obviously wants to head down to San Diego to hunt for Strange. Why are you risking bringing skis along? And where are the poles?
Yo, man, Tito is sounding deaf on the blow punk. Hey, you know what? This Mr. Faceano guy is okay in my book.
Why did you bring a loudmouth asshole with you?
Hey, be careful with that, because my whole life is in there.
It's a hockey mask, wetsuit, spear gun, and the ski poles.
Will you look at this? The Padres are hosting the Mets this weekend. It's genius.
Oh boy, what a matchup.
Oh, yeah, well, they do have a killer whale.
Just be quiet, just be quiet.
Sorry?
Just shut up.
Thank you.
Wow, Chaz, that's radical.
Look, I'm dropping you off in San Diego.
Now that's a great idea. And now for the second week in a row.
Oh my God! I can't believe I let you drive.
Neither can I, dumbass. Hey, that's a handicap spot. This will be the quickest tow ever.
Do me a favor, lock my skis in the car so they don't get ripped off.
It's your own fault, Chuck!
Well, I'm not so sure Mr. Face is going to be pleased about that scratch that your skis put in the dashboard.
What?
Once again, with feeling. Why did you bring him along?
Your small reverberating mind, putting a gash in Mr. Fossey.
Called that shit. Then it turns out that the Porsche wasn't towed, but was stolen. But that does not negate the fact that these assholes parked in a handicap spot. They grab a cab to follow their car, and it's Damone. We then cut to a useless scene of the pageant contestants playing poker and being catty.
Really sweet of you to drop by, Sean. Bye.
Crying out loud, Sean, you look like you've put on 3 pounds. Mother, I have not gained 3 pounds. How do you ever expect to win a beauty contest with thunder thighs?
That mom is causing an eating disorder. Then they wind up at the beach because we never saw that shit coming. We see the opening ceremonies of the pageant with the MC Jerry Lewising all over the place.
From south of the border. You know, folks, before I continue, let me just tell you, people are people to me. I don't care what your race, creed, or color. I don't care what your ethnicity or religion. I don't care if you're Mexican, if you're Cuban, if you're from Dominican Republic, Peru, Brazil, Chile. You're all Puerto Rican to me.
That's racist. There's a cutaway to these two dumbasses, and we're back at the pageant and the reveal that the grand prize is the Porsche.
All right, that's it, folks. You've been wonderful, and come back tomorrow because we've got the wonderful and exciting talent competition.
Yes, for some reason this pageant takes multiple days. Chuck and Wally find the Porsche and discover it's the same one because of the ski fuck-up from earlier. Then Wally have the keys, why don't they just hop in and drive away? They get ran off by security and then talk to the hotel director, which goes nowhere and is useless, so they leave, accomplishing nothing. They make a move to find more info on the car, as opposed to just driving away because you have the goddamn keys! They find an invoice from Krevsky Motors and there's a chase.
You know what this place needs?
Yeah. Man.
Not quite men, but here you go. And our plots have converged and mated. Chuck falls for Michelle and they share their story.
So we follow it down to the beach, and the next thing we know, we see that it's the grand prize of your beauty contest.
Right. Come on, Cato. What, you think we were born Tuesday?
Then they get thrown out. The next morning, a stoned Robert Klein finds them on the beach and offers his assistance.
We're gonna steal it back. Oh, just like that, we're gonna steal it back. No, not just like that, homie boy. Homeboy. Yeah, well, whatever. We sneak in the hotel and we're gonna hotwire the car. Really? So you know how to hotwire a car?
What did you do with the goddamn keys? They try to take the car back, but get chased, eventually running into Michelle and Blake and hiding.
Ladies! How are
They didn't see you. What was the point of calling them out, idiots? The girls get an invite to Krevsky's boat as Chuck rappels down to argue his case. Why? I have no idea. This thing looks safe. Leslie Nielsen! Please let him play this character like he did in Creepshow. Throughout this film, it's been discussed that you can't even get close to Krevsky. But these two assholes managed to walk right on the fucking boat!
Chaz, man, check these things out. Yeah, they look like a lot of fun, Walter. Come on.
Foreshadowing! Chuck finds a bunch of info on stolen cars in a laundry room, I guess. It sure as hell doesn't look like an office. Everything goes batshit and they escape with some sweet Police Academy 3 shit. Then they steal Krevsky's Ferrari, trading the car with Damone and making a plan on the beach. Chuck and Michelle then have a moment on a boat.
You know, I have to admit that the first time I met you, I thought you were an idiot.
Because he is. Holy shit, get on with it! I love how the music haphazardly drowns out the conversation.
Look, there's something I have to tell you.
Cliche! Then they don't get it on because, believe it or not, this film is PG. They hijack the Porsche as Hector arrives with the Ferrari and it's pageant finals time. They roll in with the car and a bunch of evidence against Krevsky. Then the film becomes a fucking musical. Oh Lord, please stop this. Leslie Nielsen shows up in his same clothes because they only had him on set for one day. They sneak around and hide in this horse shit that seems to only star guys in their 40s. The Ferrari is now the prize, causing Krevsky to freak and get busted. On the average, teenage sex comedies suck. Take out the sex, take out the teen, take out the comedy. What do you have? Nothing. Which is what this movie is. It's filled with cameos of actors that did their 2 days' work and then ran to the bank to cash those checks before the money ran out. There are no real characters, just shadows of the usual suspects who change on a whim for no reason, just because the script asked for it. It's a gag. Go with it. And where the hell did the keys go? At least leave me a shot of Wally setting them in the car. The only testament to dangerous curves is that apparently Robert Stack was actually in a film in 1988 worse than fucking Caddyshack 2.
Come on, it's good for you. Makes your tits grow. Of course, it also makes them all hairy.